following content is a technical analysis on Palladium futures based upon the daily interval, in which I will additionally dive into the physical Palladium ETF within the daily time frame. And I believe we've reached a critical transitioning point within the 954.72 price support. Call it a weekly in confluence of the monthly and weekly time intervals. And that is where we had here on the daily nice two major defense reactionary lows upon that key inflection point. Had a great sustained counter trend snapback rally, put in a double top amongst the 10.9425 price resistance additional, which is additional monthly and or weekly time interval resistance. And it was rejected very impulsively right back down to the price support resistance. Looks like we had that false bear trap whipsaw like reaction. We have now officially defended that key price support level 2-3 days in a row there. Had a nice additional whipsaw like reaction, and we may have potential a divergent near-term divergent low with positive and or bullish divergences not confirmed, but again raises the probability that we have had multiple days within multiple weeks with key major defense of that price support level, where you can additionally set some stops below, especially in confluence of this primary, which you would call a channel, based upon this major reactionary downtrend line off, call it multi-year 2022 major high price resistance. And that has now really structured and or the beginning stages of what you would call a primary channel, where you'll have key defenses right amongst the bottom of that primary reactionary downtrend line and additional short ops at the top of the primary channel. And here we are, two key inflection points that have been rejected pretty impulsively there. And you've had even extensions of major, not only the bottom of a wedge, but positive big bullish divergences on 2 out of the 4 technical momentum indicators. And it could be the basis in a risk reward analysis to a long trade setup. By no means is this financial advice, but if I were short Palladium from whether the key entry based upon the 2022 major reactionary highs of December and or May of 2023, I without a doubt would be afraid, after all that profit that I collected throughout this entire time span shorting Palladium, I would gear up here to contemplate securing and or covering gains where the impact of short covering can be significant, especially when coupled with a robust surge in precious metal bullish momentum. Taking you out to the physical Palladium ETF based upon the daily interval, and I believe we've reached gap resistance. And here we are honing in on to potential 90.80 price resistance. And if we can take that level out and pop that level to re-enter the gap, you will potentially put in positive and or bullish divergences on multiple indicators with a relative strength index just churning to the upside. A great transitioning series of constructing higher lows and higher highs. We have this symmetrical triangle pattern, minor price resistance, which was taken out and may have been backtested amongst this key inflection point here, where long traders want to hone in on to the first target at 97.09 for 11.3% in gains on a complete backfill of the gap, testing major primary downtrend line and correlation of the 101.81 price resistance for 17% in gains. And that will be the biggest key inflection point for the spot price of Palladium that we have seen in months.